but it evolved to a thing in the 60s. He was doing music that wasn't great, doing movies that nobody believed in. He was the original rebel, and now he's relegated to really being a family entertainer.
Elvis Presley's death in 1977 shocked the world. But could it be that he never actually died? His casket was strangely heavy. His name was misspelled on his tombstone. And rumor has it that his ties to the FBI could have given him a reason and the means to disappear. Strange sightings of him at diners, gas stations, and even around Graceland fuel the fire. Let us take a closer look at the eerie clues that just might prove he never really left the building. The controversial clues and theories that refuse to die. Elvis's death was officially reported on August 16, 1977, a date that shook millions across the world. Elvis was found unconscious in his Graceland bathroom, and despite immediate attempts to save him, he was pronounced dead. At only 42, his sudden passing left fans around the world heartbroken. The official cause was ruled a heart attack, worsened by his lifestyle. Experts said Elvis's heavy use of prescription harmful medications, mixed with ongoing health issues like a large heart and high blood pressure, played a major role in his untimely death. Yet, whispers linger, secrets from that fateful day that could change everything. As Elvis struggled with his fame, his increasing use of medications to handle stress and personal troubles became dangerous. When the sad news spread, a wave of sorrow swept over his fans. Thousands of devoted fans gathered at Graceland, wanting to honor the icon whose music and charm had touched their lives. His funeral became a huge event, a last farewell to a man who was much more than just a musician. But as time passed, people began to question if Elvis was truly gone. Yet questions and doubts started to rise almost immediately after his funeral. Some fans and curious thinkers began to question the official story of Elvis's death, sparking a movement that still exists today, a belief that he might not have actually passed away. For some, the details of his death and funeral didn't quite add up. As these rumors spread, more strange details seemed to support the idea that Elvis might still be alive. Many pointed to unusual moments during his funeral, especially the unusually heavy casket, which some believed might have held a wax figure instead of his actual body. Additionally, Elvis's middle name, Aaron, was misspelled on his tombstone, which struck many as odd. These little things on their own might not mean much, but together they made people wonder if there was more to the story. The intrigue grew as people began reporting sightings of Elvis all over the country. Individuals claimed they saw him in unexpected places, at gas stations, airports, or even around Graceland, his famous home. These sightings weren't just occasional, they became frequent and widespread, making many people pause and wonder. As strange as these claims might seem, each sighting made people more curious. Stories started popping up. Elvis grabbing a cheeseburger at a small diner, or taking a quiet stroll along a secluded beach. People whispered that maybe he had chosen to spend his later years away from the spotlight. These tales led to books, documentaries, and countless articles that carefully analyzed every reported sighting. With so many stories and supposed sightings, fans began to hope that maybe Elvis was still alive, keeping his memory and spirit alive within their community. This strange detail sparked more curiosity and it became a key part of the theory that his death was staged. The mysteries didn't end there. People noticed unusual things about the autopsy as well. The results took longer than expected to be released, and some even thought they were vague or contradicted each other on what really caused Elvis's death. These strange details made some fans believe that the truth was being hidden. After Elvis's death, he was displayed in an open coffin for the public to see. But some people noticed something unusual about how he looked. They mentioned that his skin seemed too shiny, almost like it had been altered. Though there's no official proof of this, these observations have been very important to those who think Elvis is still alive. This detail has sparked even more curiosity over the years. One small but curious detail involves Elvis's tombstone. His full name was written as Elvis Aaron Presley, but on his tombstone, his middle name was spelled Aaron with just one A. For many fans, this was more than just a spelling error. They saw it as a secret message from Elvis, hinting that he wasn't really in the grave. Some believed it was a clue for his fans, a subtle way to say he was still out there somewhere. Others thought it was simply a family decision to spell it that way. This small difference on the tombstone has become a big topic of debate and has added fuel to the idea that Elvis didn't truly die when people thought he did. These strange details have spun a web of doubt and speculation. They hint at the idea of a cover-up, suggesting that Elvis, known for his larger-than-life personality, might have taken a dramatic step to disappear from the public eye entirely. Either way, they have kept the story alive and continue to intrigue his fans, keeping the legend of Elvis going strong. Adding to the mystery, some believe that Elvis had connections with the FBI. This theory suggests that he might have joined a federal witness protection program to avoid serious threats. If true, his disappearance wasn't just about escaping fame, but was tied to important government investigations. Those who believe in this theory think that Elvis's involvement with the FBI required him to disappear, allowing him to live a quiet life, hidden from the public under federal protection. Some believe his ties went far deeper, connecting him to powerful figures and hidden dangers. FBI ties, disappearance theories. Some wonder if Elvis left these hints on purpose, small traces that his fans might find, hiding secrets in plain view. This idea keeps people searching, diving into the details of his life and the mystery surrounding his death, hoping to put together pieces that could reveal something new. For many, the mystery remains alive, inviting them to look just a bit closer. Elvis, known worldwide as a music icon, may have had good reasons and the means to disappear without a trace. Some say he needed to take drastic steps to stay safe, facing possible threats against him and his family. There are claims that Elvis got into conflicts with powerful people because of his ties with the FBI back in the 1970s. Recently released FBI files suggest he was surprisingly involved with federal agents. Elvis cared deeply about tackling the growing substance use problem in the United States, seeing it as a serious issue that needed attention. Around this time, it's believed that he gave the FBI important information about different criminal groups, especially those involved in the illegal narcotics trade. Taking on such a dangerous mission would have been risky for anyone, let alone someone as famous as Elvis. These documents hint that he might have used his fame to get close to these groups, gathering valuable information to support federal investigations. People already knew he had a sense of duty to his country. Elvis even met President Nixon to offer his help in fighting crime, hoping to contribute as a special federal agent. This story offers a solid reason why Elvis might have faked his own disappearance. By working with the FBI and exposing dangerous criminals, he would have needed a way to stay safe, avoiding any revenge from those groups once his role came to light. Being part of a witness protection program could have been a way to protect himself and his family. For someone as famous as Elvis, stepping out of the public eye would have required careful planning and likely some help from the FBI. Imagine Elvis, the king of rock and roll, stepping away from the spotlight, not for fame or fortune, but for safety. For those who believe in this theory, the thought of him trading his iconic lifestyle for a hidden, quieter life seems captivating and strangely fitting. They picture Elvis as a man willing to let go of everything familiar, leaving behind his fans, fame, and the glittering world he built for the sake of something greater. Though official FBI files don't confirm Elvis's involvement in any witness protection program, these documents add layers to the mystery of his sudden disappearance. Hints within the records suggest a man deeply committed to his country, someone who might sacrifice everything he loved for a noble cause, even at an enormous personal cost. Elvis might have had a hidden side to his life, possibly even working secretly for his country. This twist adds an interesting layer to his life story, making fans wonder just how deep his connections with the government could have been. Over time, fans have claimed to see him in surprising places, suggesting he might still be alive. One of the most famous of these sightings happened in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where a woman said she saw him shopping at a local grocery store. Her story quickly spread, and soon others in the town started saying they'd seen him too. Kalamazoo soon became a gathering place for fans, all hoping to catch a glimpse of the man they thought might have chosen a quiet life in the Midwest. But the sightings didn't end there. Some fans have even reported seeing him at his well-loved home. Graceland. They've claimed to see him wandering around the estate or peeking out from a window, as if he were watching the visitors below. Some sightings have seemed strange, while others have been surprisingly convincing. One person even said they could tell it was him because of his well-known sideburns and his trademark sunglasses, while another was sure they heard him humming a tune in a nearby parking lot. Each new sighting only added more believers to the idea that he might have found a way to live outside the spotlight. Blurry photos and shaky video clips often accompany these sightings, just clear enough to make people wonder if they might actually be seeing him himself, years after he was thought to be gone. People's curiosity about these sightings hasn't faded over the years. Even today, new stories keep coming up, adding new chapters to the ongoing mystery of the man who might still be among us. Online forums and websites dedicated to sightings keep this legend alive, as fans and doubters alike go back and forth over the latest sightings and evidence. Perhaps there remains more hidden in the story of him, layers left untouched in mysteries yet to unfold. Picture what it would mean if, despite all assumptions and against every expectation, he truly had stepped away from the spotlight, choosing a quiet life far removed from the fame that once defined him. It would be a strange twist in the tale of an icon, a chapter of peace unknown to the world. He continues to capture the hearts of new fans, and some even wonder if he could still be alive. Every now and then, photos appear showing an older man with some features that look a lot like him. These images make certain fans imagine that maybe he chose to live a quiet life, away from all the attention. While many people think these photos are fake or simply mistaken, there are devoted fans who get excited with each new sighting, dreaming of a world where he didn't actually leave. In Whispers and Sightings, fans found someone who seemed to echo Elvis in a surprising way: the mysterious story of Pastor Bob Joyce. The thought of him quietly slipping away from the spotlight, choosing a secluded private life instead, has fascinated people for decades. In the minds of many, it's almost as if he never truly left the world stage. This fascination has only grown over time, with rumors and tales of supposed sightings emerging like whispered secrets, passed from one person to another. These stories fuel the collective imagination, allowing his legacy to evolve into something far beyond his music or fame. The idea that he might still be out there somewhere, blending into everyday life, creates an aura of mystery around him that few stars achieve. His legacy is no longer just about a career filled with iconic songs, dazzling performances, or adoring fans. Instead, it has become a blend of myth and memory, a legend that lingers in people's minds and hearts. This enduring mystique turns his story into one that continuously captivates, as if he remains a living, breathing presence in the world, waiting just out of sight, always just beyond reach. These stories bring new excitement to the memory of him, filling his fans with wonder as they imagine him out there, living a simple, hidden life. This idea of him as a humble pastor stirs the imagination, offering fans a new version of their idol, one who traded fame and fortune for peace and meaning in a small, close-knit world. Through this vision, his legend endures, as fans cherish the possibility that he might still be spreading joy, albeit in a quieter, more personal way. Pastor Joyce's renditions of church hymns have captured the hearts of many, as his voice has a deep, familiar quality that seems to echo his one-of-a-kind singing style. Each clip that surfaces online adds to the growing interest, drawing in new followers who can't help but wonder if he himself might have traded his famous jumpsuit for a pastor's robe, choosing a life far from the spotlight. This ongoing mystery keeps fans captivated, imagining a life where he found peace in the quiet moments of faith and reflection. As new sightings arise, people eagerly discuss Bob Joyce's voice and appearance, pointing out each detail as a possible clue that he could indeed be him. This steady stream of conversations and sightings keeps the fascination with him alive, bringing together those who hold on to the hope that their idol may still be here, living a contented life away from the stage in adoring crowds. These fans imagine him as a man who stepped back from fame, choosing instead to serve his community in a simple, meaningful way. Through these shared stories and discussions, his legacy remains vibrant and enduring, giving fans a reason to believe that he might still be making a difference, even in the quietest corners of life. for those who have ever imagined a world where he chose a different path. These stories offer a small glimpse into what that life might look like. They paint quiet scenes of everyday moments in simple days, far removed from the bright lights and the energy of roaring crowds. Through these stories, one can almost picture the life he might have had if he had turned away from fame, trading his stage presence for a life of peaceful, private moments. This vision of a quiet existence allows fans to hold on to him in a new way, dreaming of him as part of a life that reflects the warmth and simplicity they wish for him. Many people are amazed by how much Pastor Bob Joyce looks like him, but critics argue that just because they look alike doesn't mean they are the same person. They point out that he would be much older now, and while he has some similar features, it's actually pretty common for people to look like famous celebrities. Plus, he has openly said he isn't him, just a fan of his, explaining that any similarities are purely accidental. Yet, there exists a group of devoted fans who believe differently. They hold on to a feeling, a certainty almost, that there is something unique about him that keeps drawing them back. Whenever he steps on stage, they watch him closely, observing every gesture, listening to every note. His voice, deep and familiar, seems to echo the unforgettable sound of him himself. His physical presence, the way he stands, his build, even the smallest details of how he moves, somehow brings to mind the king of rock and roll. Fans gather to share photos, listen closely to voice recordings, and discuss the possibility that he chose a new life and identity. For these fans, Pastor Joyce is much more than a simple look-alike. He is a symbol of hope that he might still be alive, living quietly in a different way. The idea that he could now be living as Bob Joyce gives fresh energy to the old rumors surrounding his possible survival, keeping the mystery alive and offering fans a new perspective on his story. Each shared image and sound clip adds another piece to this puzzle, allowing these fans to feel a continued connection to his legacy and legend. Through these discussions, his story remains vibrant and engaging, with fans finding new ways to believe in their idol's lasting presence. To many, Pastor Joyce embodies the idea that he didn't just fade away after his reported passing in 1977, but instead found a way to start a new life. This devoted group of fans believes that he, now through Joyce, continues to touch lives, offering comfort and inspiration in a softer, more personal manner. Whether or not this belief has any basis, it reveals just how profoundly Elvis impacted his fans, forming a bond that remains as strong as ever. Through endless conversations and heartfelt memories, these fans keep his spirit alive, preserving his legacy with a dedication that spans generations. Was the King's death truly the end, or just the beginning of a new chapter? Drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more untold secrets of Elvis's legacy.